Everyone, am I audible? Guys, am I audible? You can use the chat window and you can also unmute yourself and use the microphone. Okay. Everyone, I'm audible, guys? Shall we?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Shall we begin then? Okay, we are doing, can all of you see the vocabulary slide? Can all of you see the vocabulary slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, so we are doing vocabulary today. Okay, and the first thing, now why is vocabulary important? Okay, it is as basic as that is the language that your paper is going to be in, right? You don't have that choice of medium anymore, right? So you have the language that the paper is in is English. Okay, and what do we mean when we say language? Language is basically words, right? And words is vocabulary. Okay, so I think this point alone is enough to point out, to emphasize that vocabulary is a basic. Okay, and if they if there are going to be issues in vocabulary, okay, if the vocabulary is not going to be good, okay, you're going to face issues, problems in the paper. Okay, and these are some of the question types, okay, which are related to vocabulary. Okay, anyone, what is the meaning of synonyms? You can use the chat window or the microphone as you
Same words. Same words.
Same words. Very good. Words which have same or similar meaning. Okay, same or similar. And antonyms?
Words which have opposite or approximately opposite meaning.
Yeah, opposite or on opposite lines. Okay, you can remember it from the word anti. Anti means against, right? Right? So you can remember it from anti, and synonyms and same both begin with S. Okay, so synonyms is same meaning. Antonyms, you can remember it from anti, it is opposite. Okay, contextual vocabulary. For example, any of you, what's the meaning of what are the different meanings of the word beer? One is the animal. Any other meaning? Any other meaning? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am. It means how much we can bear a thing or we can take on a thing.
Tolerate. Okay. Anyone else? Any other meaning? Anyone else? Any other meaning? Okay. Now, in this sentence, which I am typing out, what's the meaning of the word beer here? He came bearing gifts. Bearing would be option 1, 2, or 3. Animal, tolerating, or carrying? Shambhavi, Gursheen, absolutely right. The meaning here would be carrying. Okay, it's gifts. You don't tolerate gifts. Okay, it's definitely not animal gifts. Okay, he came carrying gifts. And this is what is called contextual vocabulary. Contextual vocabulary means what is the meaning of the word in the sentence. Okay, what is the meaning of the word in the sentence? Okay, in the context. Okay, synonyms, antonyms, contextual vocabulary, basic meaning clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay, next is reading comprehension. There is a passage given, right? And after the passage, there are a few questions. Okay, within reading comprehension also, okay, students sometimes think, for example, the Symbiosis law exam, okay, the law entrance, students think that it doesn't have vocabulary, but it has vocabulary as a part of reading comprehension. Same goes with your CLAT. Okay, so reading comprehension also has the passage itself, is words, it's text. So you need to understand the passage. And then there are questions based on vocabulary as, part of reading comprehension also. Okay. So they will point out a word in the passage and ask you the meaning of the word. Okay. Or they will give you a word and, ask you which word in the passage has the same meaning. Okay. So even as part of reading comprehension, vocabulary is important. Okay. Anyone, what is analogies? The meaning of the word analogy, anyone? Or what is analogies? Question type? Okay, I'll show this to you with the help of an example. Okay, Murthy, you are right, but I'll show this to everyone with the help of an example. Sentence completion or fill in the blanks. I think it's obvious in this one also that if you don't understand the choices, the options, which are given for the blank, or if you don't understand the sentence, okay, it's going to be problematic. Okay. Students sometimes ask, how is grammar concerned with vocabulary? Okay. Let's have a look at an example. Okay. Read the first sentence, please. Rationale is reasoning. Okay. Can anyone tell me the meaning of the word distill? Anyone? Meaning of distill? Meaning of distill? Anyone else?
Ma'am, I guess it is somewhat related to breaking down patients' fears.
It is related to?
Breaking down.
Breaking down. You guys are right, Shambhavi, Gursheen, you guys are right. But the thing here is distill actually means purify. Okay, you would have heard of water distillation, right? Distill actually means purify. And what I need here is reduce. Okay, so if you have the choice between distill and distill, purify, or reduce, which word would you prefer here? Reduce or distill? Pranjal, absolutely right. We would prefer the word reduce here, right? Now, this type of error in sentence correction or grammar is called faulty word choice. The word that you have used is faulty. Okay, the word that you have used is faulty. Okay, there is a mistake in the word that you have used. Okay, and mind you, this is not a vocabulary question. This is a part of grammar or sentence correction. Okay, look at the second sentence. Can anyone tell me the meaning of the sentence? What do you want to say here?
That I can know by your expressions that that person is upset.
Absolutely right. Murthy, absolutely right. And here the meaning is understood. Okay, that's what I mean. I understood from your expression that you are upset. Okay, and what is the meaning of implied? For example, when I laugh at a joke that you crack, by laughing, I imply that I found it funny. Okay, by laughing, I imply that I found it funny. Okay, guys, any of you not who doesn't understand Hindi? Who does not understand Hindi? Any of you? Just type in me in the chat box, or you can use your microphone. Okay. Okay. Now, imply means what you want to say, right? When you say implied, okay, for example, I implied that. So what I wanted to say, that what I wanted to express. The point is, I cannot imply from your expression, right? I cannot imply from your expression. So instead of using the word imply, we should have used the word understood, right? Implied means what I meant, right? And I cannot mean from your expressions. right? So between the choice implied and understood, understood is a better word here. Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone? Why understood is a better word here than implied? Yes, no? Others, clear to everyone? Okay, great. So the point here that I'm trying to make is vocabulary is not going to leave you even in grammar or sentence correction. Okay? Okay? Okay. Shambhavi, the thing is, when I say I understood from your expression, you know, I can say I understood from your expression. I cannot say I meant from your expression. I can mean from my expressions. I cannot mean anything from your expressions, right? I can understand from your expressions, right? So if I give you a blank here, right? I meant or I understood. What will you prefer from your expression? Which word would you prefer? I understood, right? So meant is the same as implied. So the what is wrong in this sentence is instead of implied, understood should have been used. Okay. Is this clear now, Shambhavi? Okay, great. So the point that I'm trying to make is both these questions are examples of sentence correction. Okay. So you can have, you know, a word which has been incorrectly used. Okay. An incorrect word has been used. Okay. The point being, even in grammar, okay, even in sentence correction, vocabulary is not going to, you know, is not going to be not troublesome. It will trouble you even in vocabulary, even in grammar. Okay. Okay. There are 5 words given. Okay. How many of you know the meaning of all the 5 words, of all the 5 options here? Okay. How many of you know the meaning of 4 out of 5? Any 4 out of 5? Okay. 3 out of 5? Do you understand the point? Even in fill in the blanks, it's going to create problem if you don't know the meanings of the words. Okay. We will do this question when we do fill in the blanks. The only point in this was you need to know the meanings of the words. Okay. Do you want to try this question now? Do you guys want to try this question now? Okay. Symbiosis is used for a cooperative relationship. Okay. Malevolence is when you have ill feeling, when you want to harm someone. Okay. Okay. The third word, punctiliousness, it means when you're particular about behaving properly. Okay. And when you look into details, there are 2 meanings to this. When you're particular about details, you want to do things properly. Okay. Or when you know, very particular about behaving properly. Okay. Consternation is when you don't understand what is happening because you are so surprised or shocked. Okay. When you're surprised or shocked and you don't understand what is happening. Okay. Perspicacity is when you can understand what the other person is thinking. Okay. Which option would be the best here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shambhavi, absolutely right. The correct option here will be the 5th one, right? And if you know the meanings, if you are good at vocabulary, okay, things will not trouble you, right? Murthy, absolutely right. Okay. To show you guys an example of analogies, What is analogies? These two words, okay? The relationship between these two words, you have to figure out a similar relationship amongst the options, okay? A fault finder, okay? Someone who finds faults will criticize, okay? And which of these seems correct? Anyone? Pranjal, absolutely right. An actor would act. Okay, pharmacist is a chemist. A chemist doesn't sing, right? Athletes don't cheer. It's the audience who cheers. Engineers don't cook. Okay. Now, this was with a little easier vocabulary because I wanted to show you the concept of analogies. Okay. Can you tell me the answer in this question? Similar relationship. Second, fourth. What's a joey, guys? Anyone? What's a joey?
Kangaroos, baby kangaroo.
Absolutely right, baby kangaroo. Okay, the young one of kangaroo is called a joey. Okay, and what is relationship between unkindness and raven? It's the same relationship that is there between lion and pride. Okay, a group of lions is called a pride. A group of ravens, raven is a bird, is called unkindness. Is it okay? So can I eliminate these two options? Because these two options are talking about group and I need young one, right? The sound a pig makes is called oink. Okay, the sound a pig makes is called oink. Okay, the young one of a hog is called a farrow. Okay, none of you got the answer right. Okay, and the only reason you guys did not get the answer right was because you did not know the meanings. Okay, so I hope it is clear by these examples that be it analogies, be it fill in the blanks, be it grammar, be it reading comprehension or direct vocabulary questions, okay, pretty much everything gets affected if your vocabulary is not up to the mark. Okay, if your vocabulary is not up to the mark. Okay, so please don't take vocabulary lightly. What I recommend to my students is, find out a time during the day when you are free. Okay, find out a time during the day when you are free. Put an alarm. Okay, recurring alarm. Okay, that alarm that goes off every day. Okay, keep an alarm of that time, and that time is fixed for vocabulary. Okay, so either you can use this. Other thing is, whenever you start studying, okay, whenever you start studying, make it a rule that you will begin with vocabulary. Okay, how you will go about improving your vocabulary, I will give you tips here, but the point is either put an alarm, okay, or whenever you start studying with vocabulary. Okay, you're studying maths, you're studying GK, whatever you are studying, always begin with vocabulary. Is it okay? Because vocabulary is not something that you will be able to do in a day. Okay, forget a day, you will not be able to do it in a month. Okay, can you tell me how much vocabulary do you need for your entrance exams? How many words do you need to know? Anyone, any idea? How many words? Definitely many words. How many? How many thousand? It's not in hundreds. How many thousand? No, Pranjal, not that high also. Murthy, I'll go with your guess. Okay, 3,000, words, I would say is a decent enough vocabulary. How many words do you guys already know? How many words do you guys already know? 500? So you're left with 2,500 words to do, right? And when are your papers going to be in? Mostly May, right? Your entrance exams are going to be around May. So you have half of say May and half of December and 4 full months. So can I say you have approximately 5 months, right? 5 months is 5 into 30 is how much? So how many days do you have left? Approximately 150 days, right? So how many words daily? How many words daily is that? 50 by 3. Right? 50 by 3. So that's more than 15 words daily. Am I right? Okay. So for those who are appearing next year, 2021, okay, you have to do more than 15 words daily. Okay. Even if you are appearing in 2022, if any of you is there who's appearing in 2022, okay, think of it this way. You have 150 plus 365, right? So that's approximately 500, right? And in these 500, you are going to have your school exams, you are going to have your holidays, you are going to have 1,000 other things. Okay, even then you have to do minimum 5 words daily, right? So the point is, please start working on your vocabulary immediately. Where you will work on, how you will work on, I'll tell you during the class today, right? Okay, so what we are going to learn today is importance of vocabulary, which we have already discussed. Okay, you already have a target of minimum 5 to 15 words on your head already. Okay, even if you are appearing in 2022, minimum 5 words daily. If you're appearing in 2021, minimum 15 words daily. Okay, so importance of vocabulary we discussed via a few questions. You will not be able to attempt questions. Okay, we will also talk about tips to improve vocabulary. We will talk about types of questions that come within vocabulary. Okay, what are the tricks you can use to solve those questions, and a few practice questions. Okay, this is what we are going to do today. Okay, now these are the question types which we cover under vocabulary. Okay, most of the types, these cover most of the types which are there. One word substitution, idioms, synonyms, antonyms, correct spelling, and contextual vocabulary. Okay, what is one word substitution? Okay, for example, one word for something that is unbelievable is incredible. Okay, one word for something that is unbelievable is incredible. Okay. Okay, now the word incredible itself can be broken up into 3 words. Okay, in is a prefix here. Prefixes are those words which are fixed at the beginning. Okay, able is a suffix. Okay, words which are fixed at the end. Okay, and cred is the root word. Okay, root words are those words from which we make more words. Okay. Okay, now the prefix in means not. Okay, for example, in the word independent, what is the meaning of independent, guys? Absolutely right, not dependent on anyone, right? Independent is a person who is not dependent. So the prefix independent in means not. Okay, the root word cred means belief. Okay, cred means belief. Okay, and the suffix able means can be done. Okay, so when you break the word incredible up, okay, can not be believed. Okay, something that is unbelievable is incredible. Okay, let's look at prefixes, suffixes, and roots in detail. Okay, the purpose of this slide was to tell you that you can break the words up into prefixes, roots, and suffixes. Okay, now this slide shows you some of the common prefixes. Okay, and what are prefixes? Words which are fixed at the beginning of a word. Okay, Shambhavi, we will do it again. Okay, in the next slide we'll do it again, don't worry about it. Okay, now independent means not dependent, illogical, not logical, irregular, not regular, immoral, not moral. Okay, so all these prefixes in, ill, ir, and im. All of these mean not. Okay. Is it clear to everyone that these prefixes mean not? Yes. Okay. What does kilo mean, guys? Anyone, what does kilo mean? Murthy, absolutely right. Pranjal, absolutely right. Kilo means 1000. A kilogram is 1000 grams. A kilometer is 1000 meters. Okay. What does micro mean in microeconomics? Absolutely right. Small. Okay. For example, when you talk about microeconomics, you talk either on consumer level or you talk about a specific market or a specific industry. Okay. So when you talk about microeconomics, it is small as compared to macroeconomics. Macro means big. So you would talk about national level policies in macroeconomics. Okay. So absolutely right, Gandhi. It's absolutely right what you're saying. Okay. Now, is this clear to everyone? Is this slide clear to everyone? Khushi, Adya, Murthy, Gurshin, Pranjal, Shambhavi, clear to everyone, guys? All the prefixes, the meanings here? Okay. Okay. The next slide talks about suffixes. Okay. The suffix able, okay, and able. Okay. Able and able. Both of them have the same meaning. Able, both means can be done. Okay. Able, both means can be done. Okay. Can be accepted, acceptable. Can be removed, removable. Okay. Can not be believed, incredible. Okay. Can be believed, credible. Okay. Cred was for belief. I hope you guys remember. So can be believed is credible. Okay. So the meaning of able is clear to everyone. All the words clear to everyone. Yes. Okay. The next is Archi and Crazy. Okay. Anyone, meaning of Archi and Crazy, both of them, these have the same meaning. Okay. Anyone else? Very close, Murthy. Okay. It is used for rule or government. Pranjal, very close. Okay. Archi or Crazy is used for rule or government. Okay. So Crazy is for government. Okay. And demo is a root word. It stands for people. Okay. So Crazy for government, rule of government, government of people is called democracy. Okay. Mono stands for one. Okay. Mono stands for one. So rule of a king or queen. Rule of a king or queen will be one person rule. Okay. So rule of a king or queen is called monarchy. Okay. Anarchy, here there is a prefix an. Okay. An is used for not or without. Okay. So no rule, no government. So it's a chaotic situation where there is no law and order. Okay. That is called anarchy. Okay. So Archi and Crazy clear to everyone? Archi and Crazy clear to everyone? Okay. The next suffix we are doing is ology. Anyone, meaning of ology? Pranjal, absolutely right. Ology stands for study. Okay. And Shambhavi, absolutely right. Okay. And psych stands for mind. Okay. So study of mind is called psychology. Okay. Biology. Bio stands for life. Okay. So in biology, you study life forms like, zoology. Zoology is a part of biology, and zoology is the study of animals. Okay. Geology. Geology is the study of earth. So wherever ology comes, it stands for study. Okay. Psychologist. Okay, we have ology here and we have IST. What does IST stand for? Anyone? What does IST stand for? IST stands for Murthy, right? IST stands for the person. Okay. IST for person, ology for study, psych for mind. So a person who studies the mind is called a psychologist. Okay. A person who studies the mind is called the psychologist. Okay. What about OUS? Anyone? What about OUS? Absolutely right, Murthy. OUS stands for full of. Okay. So poisonous is something which is full of poison. Courageous is someone who is full of courage. Glamorous is something which is full of glamour. Okay. So OUS stands for full of. Okay. What about double E? Anyone? Person on the receiving side. Okay. The person on the receiving side or the person affected by, that is where we use double E. Okay. Shambhavi, absolutely right. Okay. For example, I am the trainer. You guys are the trainees. Okay. So you are the one who are receiving the knowledge here, right? So the person on the receiving side, double E. Okay. So trainer, trainee. Okay. Employer, employee. Addresser, addressee. Okay. So the person on the receiving side, we use double E. All these clear to everyone? Khushi, Adya, Murthy, Gushin, Pranjal, Shambhavi, clear to everyone, guys? All the suffixes here? Okay, great. Okay. Okay. Now we've done prefixes, few examples of suffixes. Okay. And suffixes, these are the major ones. Okay. So if you remember these suffixes, it's more than enough. You wouldn't need to do any other suffix per se. The others are too obvious. Okay. And prefixes, there are more available on our site. Okay. Similarly, there are a number of roots also available on a site. Okay. Let's do roots first. Then I'll tell you how to, go on our site and check out roots. Okay. Okay. Now, root words are words which stand for a specific meaning. For example, we talked about cred. Guys, what was cred? Anyone remembers? We did incredible. What was cred? Pranjal, Murthy, absolutely right. Cred was belief. Gurshin, absolutely right. Okay. Cred was belief. Okay. So, in this, okay, if you look at the words here, okay, credulous. Anyone meaning of credulous? Credulous is a person who is full of belief. He is so full of belief that he believes anyone easily. Okay. Because he is so believing. Okay. He believes anyone easily. Okay. So someone who believes easily. Okay. There are, some people who will question you. Where were you? Why were you so late? Why did it take so long? Okay. But there are some people, you say something and they'll believe you. They don't really question much. Okay. So such people are called credulous. Okay. Okay. Credible and credibility are linked. Okay. A credible person is a person who can be believed. Okay. A credible person is a person who can be believed, and that is because he has credibility. Okay. So credibility is a characteristic of a person where you can believe him. So both the words are related, right? Yes, you can rely on the person. Okay. Credentials. For example, when you try to log in into a system, the system will ask you your login credentials. Okay, so when a system asks you for your login credentials, the system is basically asking you, you know, the username and the password. Okay, and the username and the password, you know, makes the system believe you are the right person, right? Makes the system believe that you are the right person, and that is how credentials is related to belief. Okay, these 4 words clear to everyone? Clear to everyone, guys? What about the others? If you have a doubt, please feel free to ask. Okay. Okay. What about discredit? Dis is used in a negative sense, right? Okay. Exactly. When you discredit someone, others will not believe him. Okay. Others will not believe him. Okay. Basically, you're spoiling the reputation of the person. Okay. You're spoiling the reputation of the person. You're, you know, discrediting him. Okay, so discredit means to do something that it makes it hard for the other people to believe him. Okay, discredit clear to everyone? Okay, accreditation, this you would have heard in terms of, you know, when you talk about universities, some universities have, you know, are accredited, some are not. Okay, so accreditation is a, you know, is a proof from the government side. Okay, that the government believes in those institutes, it accredits because it believes it meets certain standards. Okay, whatever standards the government has kept, okay, those standards are met by the institute, and that is how it gets accredited. Okay, so is it clear to everyone that all of these words are related to belief? Yes. Okay, anyone, meaning of somniloquy? Meaning of somniloquy, anyone? Okay, meaning of insomnia? Pranjal, absolutely right. Insomnia means when you are unable to sleep. Okay, in is a prefix, it means not. Somni stands for sleep. Okay, somni stands for sleep. So when you're not able to sleep, okay, when you're not able to sleep, it is called insomnia. Okay, so somniloquy also has somni. So somni means sleep. What about LOQU? Anyone? Meaning of LOQU, the root word LOQU? Khushi, absolutely right. It means talking or speaking. Okay. Now, can you tell me the meaning of somniloquy? Absolutely right, Adya. It means sleep talking. Pranjal, absolutely right. Okay. It means sleep talking. Okay. Now, in circumlocution, okay, LOCU is to talk. You would have heard in circumference, right? Okay. So, circumference. What is a circumference? Round, right? Of the circle. You have the area, you have the circumference. Okay, so circumlocution, if you break the word up, okay, what does this mean? When you are talking indirectly, when you're beating around the bush, right? When you're beating around the bush, you're talking indirectly, you're not coming to the point. Okay, that is called circumlocution. Okay, talking indirectly. Okay, in the next one, LOQU is talking. What is the meaning of grand? Anyone? Anyone else? Meaning of grand? Gurshin, Khushi, absolutely right. Murthy, very close. Pranjal, right. Grand is used for big. Okay. So when you use big words, okay, huge words, when you use big words, okay, it is called grandiloquence. Okay. Not talking in simple, easy words, using big words. It's called grandiloquence. Okay. Anyone meaning of soli? You would have probably heard of solitary reaper, or you would have heard of a solitaire. Absolutely right. Soli stands for single or one. Okay. So one person talking. Okay. One person talking, and this is used most commonly in context of a play. In a play, when a character in the play is talking, okay, on the stage. Okay. There is this one person who is on the stage. Okay. Who is talking. He is the only one who is talking. Okay. He is either thinking out loud or he is making a speech. Okay. Thinking out loud. Okay. He is thinking, and whatever he is thinking, he is speaking it. Okay. Or, you know, he's making a speech. That is called soliloquy. One person talking. Okay. What was OUS good for, guys? What was OUS for? Absolutely right. Murthy, Pranjal, Shambhavi, Adya, absolutely right. Full of. So full of talk, talkative, right? So full of talk, talkative. Okay. So do you guys can see a little that if you break the word up, you know, how many of these 6 words did you already know the meaning of? Right? How many of these 6 words did you already know the meaning of? But if you know only one root, okay, how many words does it help you with? Right? You at least get an idea that the word is related to this. Okay. So roots, prefix and suffix is at least my personal, you know, favorite method of improving vocabulary. Okay. Let's look at a few more roots. Okay. The next root we are doing is gemos. Okay. And it's a Greek root, and it is used as gamus, G-A-M. Okay. Anyone, what does it mean? What is happening in the background? Absolutely right. Marriage. Okay. Gemos or gami actually means united. Okay. How united are people after marriage is questionable, but then it's most commonly used for marriage. Okay. Okay. Can anyone tell me the meaning of monogamy? We talked about mono, right? What was mono? Monarchy. Gursheen, absolutely right. Shambhavi, right. Pranjal, absolutely right. Okay. Adya, perfect. Okay. Monogamy. So the practice of having only one spouse, like in Hindus, right? We would have one husband or one wife, right? So one spouse is called monogamy. What about poly? What does poly mean? Murthy, absolutely right. Multiple. Okay. So monogamy is one marriage. Okay. Poly means multiple. Polygamy is multiple marriages. Okay. Certain religions allow you to have multiple spouses. Okay. Islam is one religion which allows you to have multiple spouses. Okay. So monogamy, polygamy. Anyone, what is endo used for? Anyone else? Shambhavi, right? Very close. Endo is used for in. Okay. So endogamy is when you get married within your tribe. Okay. Within your tribe, within your caste. Okay. So when you get married within your tribe, it is called endogamy. It's pretty common in India, right? You prefer getting married within your caste. Okay. So endogamy within. What about exogamy? Exo means out. Absolutely right. Adya, Adya, Shambhavi, Gursheen, Pranjal, absolutely right. Exo means out. Okay, so exogamous means, Murthy, right, when you get married outside your tribe, outside your community. Okay, For example, in certain states, it is said that all the people who live in a certain village are brothers and sisters. Okay, so you cannot get married within the same community. Okay, because they consider that everyone in the community is brothers and sisters. Okay, so you don't get married within the same community. Okay, so you have to get married outside your community, and that is called exogamous. Okay, so all the words here clear here. Clear to everyone, guys? Okay, let's move on then. What does GEO stand for? Adya, absolutely right, bang on. GEO stands for Earth. Okay, GEO stands for Earth. And what was ology for, guys? Pranjal, absolutely right. Ology was for study. Shambhavi, Adya, Pranjal, absolutely right. So study of Earth is geology. And who would be a geologist? What was IST for, guys? We did it at the beginning of the class. What was IST? Person, right? So person, absolutely right, Adya, Shambhavi, Pranjal, Murthy. A person who studies the Earth is called a geologist. Okay, and geography and geometry, we have studied these subjects, right, relating to measurements. Geography talks about places on Earth. So these are also related to Earth, right? Okay, anyone? Meaning of anthrop? Anthrop? Anthrop stands for human. Shambhavi, absolutely right. Anthrop stands for human. And what would be anthropology? Study of humans, right? And what is Phil for? What is Phil for, guys? What is Phil used for? Phil is used for love. Okay, Phil is used for love. Okay, so philanthropist is a person. IST is for person, right? So philanthropist is a person who loves human beings. And how does a person who loves human beings show his love? He shows his love through charity, by volunteering. Okay, so how is the love shown? Through charity work or through volunteering? Okay, philanthropy is the act of showing love for humans through charity. Okay, so act of charity, volunteer work. Okay, those are examples of philanthropy. Okay, so anthrop and phil clear to everyone? Everyone clear? Okay, great. Okay, anyone? Theology. Ology we have already studied is study. What is the used for? Okay, anyone? Meaning of atheist? Gurshin, absolutely right. But anyone? Meaning of atheist? Pranjal, Shambhavi, absolutely right. Someone who does not believe in God. Reason being, a is also a prefix like an, which is used for not. Okay, not. The is for God. Okay, and ist is for person. Okay, not a God person, a person who does not believe in God. Okay, theist would be God person, a person who believes in God. Okay, and theology will be study of God, or in other words, study of religions. Okay, right? Clear this to everyone? Okay, now spect, wherever it comes, spect relates to looking or seeing. Okay, spect relates to looking or seeing. What is retro used for? Guys, what is retro used for? Anyone else? What is retro used for? Shambhavi, absolutely right. Retro is used for past. Okay. So when you are looking, behind, you're looking back into the past, it is called retrospect. Okay. So when you look, for example, into your past itself, okay. So whatever has happened in your life, that is now in retrospect because you're looking back. Okay. So looking into past, okay, is called retrospect. Spectacles, we know, right? This is something we use to look, to see clearly. What about introspect? Absolutely right. Intro stands for in. So when you look inside yourself, Shambhavi, Gushin, absolutely right. When you look inside yourself, what kind of a person you are, when you're thinking about yourself, okay, you're a good person, you're a bad person, okay, so that is called introspect. You're looking inside, okay. And spectator is a person who is part of the audience, who is watching, right? Looking at a match. Viewers, absolutely right. So all the words clear here? All the words clear, guys? Everyone? Khushi, Adya, Arpit, Murthy, Gurshin, Pranjal, Shambhavi, Tanishka, clear to everyone, guys? Okay. Anyone who is a misogynist? There is IST, there is GYN, and there is miso. IST we did is for person, right? Right? What is mis and miso used for, guys? Absolutely right. Mis and miso is used for hatred. Okay, mis and miso is used for hatred. What about GYN? For example, gynecology. GYN is for females. Okay, for females we use GYN. For males we use ANDR. Okay, for males we use ANDR. For females we use GYN. Okay. Okay. Can anyone tell me the meaning of the word androgynous? There is ANDR, there is GYN, and there is OUS. What was the suffix OUS for, guys? What was OUS for? Absolutely right. Full off. Okay. GYN for females, ANDR for males. So someone who has both male and female characteristics. Okay. Someone who has both male and female characteristics is called an androgynous. Okay. Okay. Misogynist. Okay. Adya, you were right. Misogynist is a person who hates females. Okay. Miso for hate, GYN for females. A person who hates females is called a misogynist. Okay. Guys, what was gamey for? Gamers, endogamy, exogamy, monogamy. What was gamey for? Shambhavi, absolutely right. Marriage. Okay. Someone who hates marriage. Okay. By default doesn't want to get married. Okay. If you hate marriage, you don't want to get married. Okay. So misogamist is someone who hates marriage. What about misanthrope? What was anthrop for? Humans. Absolutely. So hating humans, misanthrope. What was archy for, guys? Absolutely. Rule or government. Right? So misarchy, hatred of rule or government. Okay. Misomath, do I need to explain? What would misomath be? Misomath, guys, what would misomath be? Absolutely right. Someone who hates maths, right? Any of you miss a math by any chance? Any of you miss a math? Great. Maths, I find it, I think maths, it's generally not miso math. It should actually be, I think people hate certain topics. Okay, some people don't like geometry, some don't like trigonometry, some don't like algebra. But what I've realized with maths is the more you practice any topic you don't like, put in 2-3 days of, work on that. Okay, 3 days later, you will be able to solve questions. You will automatically start liking it. Okay, things we are able to do, okay, we automatically like them, right? So I think miso math is more hatred of certain topics, and that can be easily solved if you put in 2-3 days of work into that. Okay, so any topic you don't like within maths, 2-3 days of work. Okay, next, patri and pater. What is patri and pater used for? Anyone? Absolutely right. Patri and pater is used for father. Okay. For example, your paternal grandparents are your father's parents, your dada dadi. Okay. And maternal grandparents are your mother's parents, your nana nani. Right? Okay. So paternal, maternal. Paternal on the father's side. Maternal, mater and matri is used for mother. Okay. Guys, what was arch used for? Archi. Do you remember? Absolutely. Archi is for rule, right? Rule or government. And arch is used for top. Okay. Someone who is at the top is the one who rules, right? The person on the top rules or governs. Okay. So where the father is at the top, he is the head or he is the ruler in a way, rules the family. Okay. So where the father is the head of the family, it is called a patriarchal society. Where the mother is the head of the family, it's called a matriarchal society. Okay. Okay. I know one South Indian state and a few northeastern states, it's matriarchal family. North India, most of the families tend to be patriarchal, where the father is the head. Okay. Maternity relates to motherhood. You would have heard of maternity leave. Okay. And paternity relates to fatherhood. Okay. All the words clear on this, guys? Everyone? Khushi, Adya, Gurshin, Pranjal, Shambhavi, Tanishka, clear to everyone, guys? Guys, please don't take the doubts home, okay? Any doubt you have, please feel free to ask, okay? The whole point in the class is lost if you don't ask your doubts, okay? Okay, so let's look at a few examples here, okay? Now, one word substitution, right? We already did anarchy, right? AN is used for not, okay? Regicide. See, wherever side comes now, okay, wherever side comes, okay, for example, suicide, okay, homicide. Suicide is killing yourself, homicide is murder investigation, okay. Can anyone tell me the meaning of patricide? Absolutely right. Killing your own father is patricide, okay. Matricide is killing your own mother, okay, right. Infanticide, killing an infant, right. You would have heard of pesticide, weedicide, insecticide, right? So all of those words which talk about side relate to killing. Okay. Shambhavi, I'll take those words up. Okay. Now, which can not in, right? Not and in, corrected, CORR, right? Able, can be done. Okay. Cannot be corrected, incorrigible. Okay. Poly means many. Okay. And glot is used for tongue. Okay. Glot is used for tongue. For example, when I ask you your mother tongue, I'm asking you the language, right? Right? When I ask you mother tongue, okay, I'm asking you your language. Okay. So glot is tongue. So tongue, and tongue here is used for language. Okay. So a person who can speak many languages called a polyglot. All these words clear, everyone? All these words clear to everyone? Okay. Okay. To give you another example of glot, anthropoglot is actually a bird which has tongue like a human being. Okay. Anthropoglot is a bird which has tongue like a human being. Is it okay? So that's called an anthropoglot. Okay. Okay. Shambhavi, you wanted me to take up introvert, extrovert, and ambivert. Right? Vert is used for side. Okay. So an introvert is a person who has a preference for being, inside. So he's happy with himself. Okay. He's happy with himself. Okay. Extrovert comes from external. Okay. So an extrovert will go outside himself. Okay. So an extrovert is a person who has loads of friends. Okay. Guys, what is ambi used for? What is ambi used for? You would have probably heard of ambidextrous. Ambi and amphi are used for both or round. Okay, there are two meanings, both or round. Dexter is used for hands. Okay, so a person who can use both his hands, okay, equally good, equally well, is called an ambidextrous person. Okay, dexter is used for hand. Okay, amphibian, an example is a frog. It can live both on land and in water. Okay, so amphi stands for both. Okay, so ambivert is a person who has characteristics of both an introvert and an extrovert. Okay, so when you have characteristics of both introvert and extrovert, you are called an ambivert. Okay, so these words clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, clear to everyone else too? Okay, so one method of improving your vocabulary is roots, prefix, and suffix. The other method is called logical association. Okay, all these words are logically associated to speaking. Okay, what was loquacious, guys? Anyone, what is loquacious? What was OUS for? You can use your microphone or the chat window, whatever you are comfortable with. OUS was full of. Okay, so full of talk. Talkative. Absolutely right, Shambhavi. Full of talk is talkative. Okay. Garrulous is related. Garrulous is a person who is very talkative. Okay. So both these words are related to speaking. What about taciturn? Someone who speaks less. Okay. Is taciturn. Okay. Articulate, anyone? Articulate. someone who can express his thoughts, okay, or feelings very clearly. Okay, sometimes we feel that we are not able to express ourselves clearly. That time we are inarticulate. Okay, that time we are inarticulate when we are not able to express our thoughts. Articulate is a person who can express his thoughts or feelings very clearly. Okay, what about cogent? Cogent is used, for example, cogent argument is a persuasive or a convincing argument. Okay, cogent argument is a persuasive or a convincing argument. Okay, for example, a logical argument is a cogent argument. Okay, a logical point is a persuasive, convincing point. Okay, so all of these words are directly, indirectly related to speaking, and this method is called logical association. Okay, everyone, meanings of all these words clear here? Clear, guys? Okay, great. Okay, now we are going to find other ways also of linking words. Okay, for example, anyone, meaning of altruistic? Altruistic means someone who is generous. Okay, I used to have trouble learning this word, so what I did was I related to it to my father. Okay, so relating to people is a good way of remembering words, because whenever you see that person, you automatically get reminded. Okay, you automatically get reminded of the word. Okay, so you can link people to your, say, your family. You can link people to say movie stars. You can link people to, you can link words to neighbors. Okay, so link words to neighbors, your family, your movie stars. Okay, people who you see often. Okay, so whenever you see those people, you get reminded of the word. Okay, okay. Bland, anyone? What does bland mean? Khushi, absolutely right. It means dull, boring, not interesting. Okay, so when you think of interesting vegetables like, bottle gourd, bitter gourd, okay, those are really interesting vegetables. I hope you catch the sarcasm there. Okay, so what you can do is relate words to things. Okay, tinda, tori, bhindi, ladyfinger. Okay, so those vegetables. Okay, so you can relate things to, you relate words to things also. Okay, relating to persons, relating to things. Okay, guys, anyone, meaning of euphoric? Melancholic is sad. That is right. What would euphoric be? Shambhavi, absolutely right. Euphoric is extremely happy. Okay, euphoric is extremely happy. Okay, so you can link things to events also. Okay, on a marriage, at the time of marriage, girls tend to be a little sad, boys tend to be very happy. Okay, so you can link things to events also. Okay, anyone, meaning of hirsute? Meaning of hirsute? Hirsute means hairy. Okay, and when I learned this word for the first time, how did I learn it? जैसे wearing hair का suit. Okay, wearing a suit made of hair. So if you are wearing a suit made of hair, what are you going to look like? Hairy. Okay, so you can link words to their spellings. Okay, for example, anyone, the meaning of oust? Oust, when you throw someone out. So if I throw S out, the meaning comes. Okay, oust means to throw someone out, especially from a formal position. Okay, remove someone from his position is called oust. Okay, extraneous is something which is extra. Okay, Extraneous is something which is extra, something which is not important. Okay, not an important part is called extraneous. Okay, so you can link words to spellings also. You can link words to events, like we linked melancholic and euphoric to wedding or marriage. Okay, and you can link words to things and you can link words to people. So other ways of linking. Okay, this slide clear to everyone? This slide is clear to everyone, guys? Okay. Okay. What was euphoria? Last 3 words. Okay. Hirsute is hairy. Okay. Hirsute means hairy. Okay. Oust means to throw someone out. Okay. Extraneous is something which is extra. So the meanings are there in the spelling itself. Okay. Okay. Suit of hair. That is how I remembered this. Suit of hair, you are automatically hairy, right? If you're wearing a suit of hair. So these words are related to spellings. Okay, so you can link words to spellings, events, things, or people. Okay, pictorial association. How is this person looking? Very happy, right? So this is an example of pictorial association when you relate things to pictures. Okay. I remember a student of mine, Sanjeev. He was very, very good at vocabulary. Okay, he was very, very good at vocabulary. Okay, and I asked him, how is he so good? He says, ma'am, whenever I read a word and its meaning, I form a mental picture. Okay, so if he reads the word euphoria, okay, one way is that you see a picture and you think of a word, right? The other way is you read a word, you read its meaning, and you mentally form an image. Okay, so if he would read the word euphoria, he would think of probably himself when he was very happy, have that mental picture, or anyone else around him who was very happy. Okay, so pictorial association works 2 ways. Either you have a photo along with, or you make your own picture. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, this is bacchanalian. Okay, this is pronounced as bacchanalian. Anyone? Bacchanalian? This actually means drunken celebration. Okay, he's not exactly celebrating here. I think we did not find a picture where Amitabh Bachchan was drinking and happy. He drinks out of sadness. But bacchanalian actually stands for drunken celebration. Okay, drunken celebration is called bacchanalian. Okay, ostentatious. Anyone? One of the richest families of Bollywood, right? And what do we do on weddings? We show off money, right? So show off of money is called ostentatious. Okay, weddings, I think a lot of weddings, lot of cultures, the weddings, there is a lot of show off of money, right? So ostentatious is used for show off of money. Okay, clear to everyone? Okay, clear to everyone, guys? Great. Okay, the next question type we are doing is idioms. Okay, and before I move on to idioms, guys, where you can begin working on your vocabulary is, go to Google, type hitbullseye.com. Okay, and type roots, prefix, or suffix, whatever you want to learn. Okay, suffixes, the ones that I told, if you do those are enough. Okay, roots and prefixes, there are a number of roots and prefixes available on our site. Okay, so go on Google, type in hit bullseye. Forgive me for the spelling. I made a typo there. Hitbullseye.com. Okay, hitbullseye.com, roots and prefixes. Okay, and you'll be able to, if we have time left towards the end, I will show you how to do this. Okay, but they are available on our site. Okay, and you'll easily find them if you Google this. Okay. Next is idioms. The next question type we are doing is idioms. Okay. And idioms are words or phrases or expressions that are not interpreted logically or literally. Okay. For example, guys, what is the meaning of crocodile tears? Anyone? Fake tears, right? So the grief, the sadness is fake, right? So the sadness is fake. So that is called crocodile tears. Okay. So when it comes to idioms, there are two methods of, learning idioms. One is if you know the origin, okay, or the story behind the idiom, okay, and the second is linking it. Okay, for example, you can link crocodile tears to, a situation where you had to, shed fake tears. Okay, so where you had to shed fake tears, where you had to show grief even though you were not actually sad. Okay, it happens. Okay, a few times in your life you will have to. Okay, even if you're not feeling really sad, okay, you're not able to empathize, you might have to, show that, that you are sad. Okay, so you can either link it to situations, okay, or if you know the origin, the story behind it. For example, behind crocodile tears there are supposed to be two stories. Okay, there are supposed to be two stories behind crocodile tears. One story is the scientific origin of crocodile tears is, guys, do you know where our tear glands are? Our tear glands are right here, okay, under our eyes. So they say crocodile tears, when a crocodile is eating, okay, when the crocodile is eating, there's a lot of movement in his mouth. He huffs and puffs a lot. Okay, he huffs and puffs a lot. Okay, so that movement in his mouth is so much that when he is eating, when a crocodile is eating, it is also shedding tears. Okay, it is also shedding tears. Okay, so now he's not really sad while he's eating, right? It's not really sad. Okay, so that is why the fake tears. Okay, the scientific origin clear to everyone? Scientific origin clear to everyone? Because it is shedding tears while eating when he is not actually sad. Okay, that is why we say crocodile tears. This is the scientific origin. There is a Babylonian story also behind it. Okay, in Babylonian stories, folk tales, it is said that, when a crocodile is hungry, okay, he will go to the river bank, okay, and he will start shedding tears. Okay, so the deer, it's a very innocent animal. Okay, the deer, when it sees the crocodile crying, so the deer will come close to the crocodile, ask him, why are you crying? What is making you sad? So when the deer comes close to talk with the crocodile will grab the deer, okay, and gobble it up, okay, eat it up. So those tears of crocodile were fake, right? They were just a, they were just a way of trapping the, deer. Okay, so that is why fake tears. Okay, idiom stories actually make for the idiom stories actually make for good reading. So when you are getting bored, you can read the origin of the idioms. Okay, but coming back to the point that I was making, there are two ways of learning idioms. One, if you know the origin, or if you can link it to a situation. Okay, okay, break the tie. This has its origin in sports. Anyone? Break the tie? Meaning of break the tie? The origin is in sports. Guess. They are very close. When you break the tie, you are able to win. Right? Tiebreaker at the end. Right? So you're able to win. Okay? Okay. What about up one sleeve? The origin is in gambling. Anyone? Up one sleeve is like those gamblers, they will have an ace, ikka hidden in their sleeve. Okay, Ikka, an ace hidden in their sleeve. Okay, when something is ready for use, you're just waiting for the right time. Okay, when something is ready for use, okay, and you're just waiting for the right time, so that is called up one's sleeve. Okay, okay, up one's sleeve is when you have something ready for use, okay, when the time is right. Okay, these three clear to everyone? Any of these three you want me to explain again? Any of these three you want me to explain again? First, second, third, just type in the number, whichever idiom you want me to explain again. Break the tie is able to win, like a tiebreaker at the end of a match. So when you're able to break the tie, you won. Okay. Example, for example, after a lot of effort, he was finally able to break the tie. He was finally able to win. As simple as that. Okay, he was able to win. He was able to break the tie after a lot of effort. Okay, bend over backwards. You know, think of something. If something falls, you know, it's very easy for you to bend forward, right, and pick it up. Okay, so bending forward is easy. What about bending backwards? Now that is not something easy, right? Okay, that is not something easy. So bending over backwards is when you make extra effort. Okay, bending over backwards is when you make extra effort. Bending forward is easy, bending backwards is difficult. It takes more effort. Okay, so bending backwards, bending over backwards when you make extra effort. Okay, example would be, for example, he is not going to bend over backwards for such a small amount of money. Okay, for such a small amount of money, he is not going to make extra effort. Okay, all these idioms clear? And the tips clear? How do you remember idioms? By figuring out the origin or the story, and they make for very interesting reads. Okay, and other way is to link. Okay. Okay, let's look at, okay, there is an idiom, there are options, and there is a hint. What's a closet? Guys, what's a closet? Anyone, what's a closet? Yeah, it's like a small almirah. Okay, like a small almirah, wardrobe. That's right, small almirah. Okay, that's called a closet. Which option, guys? First, second, third, fourth? Adya, absolutely right. Third. Okay, you are not answering questions because you have secrets, right? You have secrets that you don't want anyone to know. So that is called skeletons in your closet. Okay, example sentences there. Clear to everyone? Third would be the answer here. Clear to everyone? Okay, reach for the stars. What does it mean? Anyone? Shampi, I'll come to this, that one after this. Reach for the stars. Anyone? Shambhavi, absolutely right. Reach for the stars is when you keep a very high aim, a high target. Okay, have a high target, not an easily achievable target. Okay, reach for means you're trying to reach. Okay, reach for means you are trying to reach. Okay, so reach for the stars. If you're trying to reach for the stars, you're trying to reach the stars or the moon. Both of them mean reach for the stars, reach for the moon. Both of them mean when you aim high, okay, or have a high target. Okay. Okay, Shampi, you want me to explain this one? Skeletons in your closet is basically you have secrets. Okay, so skeletons here actually stands for secrets. Okay, so you have secrets that you don't want anyone to know. For example, why are you not answering my questions? Don't tell me that you have skeletons in your closet, or in other words, you have a secret and that is why you're not answering questions. Okay, is it clear now? Shampi, clear? Okay, great. Okay, another question type that comes in the papers is spelling test. Okay, can you tell me which spelling is correct? One, two, three, four. What about the others? You know, students mostly guess one or three. Okay, students mostly guess one or three. The correct option here is the first one. And what is the trick that you can use? Okay, just scan the options. Okay, don't go into details where there is double C, double M. Don't go into details. Scan the options. Write the word yourself. Okay, and then match. Okay, for example, can you tell me what word is this? The spelling are incorrect, I know. Can you tell me what word is this? Absolutely right. It's business. Adya, absolutely right. Pranjal, absolutely right. It is business. The spellings are messed up. The point that I'm trying to make is if you know if you just scan the word, don't look into details. Just scan the word, you get to know what the word is. After that, write the word yourself and then match. Okay, so you don't end up getting confused. Is it okay? Is the trick clear to everyone? Is the trick clear to everyone? Okay, the same trick applies to plurals also. Okay, so for spelling and plural, it's the same trick. So if the word, if the question is asking you for spellings or it is asking you for plural, write it down yourself. Is it okay? Take up any word. Okay, where people get confused. Okay, let me take another word. Can you tell me what word is this? Any of you, can you tell me what word is this? Shambhavi, absolutely right. It's matrimonial. Okay, the spellings are messed up. Right? I've mixed the spelling in the first one. So my point is, even if you have a look at the word, just scan it. You will get to know what the word is. Okay, so just scan the word, write it yourself, and then match with the options. Okay. Okay, coming to synonyms and antonyms. Okay, synonyms and antonyms we talked about at the beginning. Okay, synonyms is same meaning. Both synonyms and same begin with S. Antonyms you will remember from anti. Okay, anti stands for opposite. Okay, so words which are opposite or on opposite lines. Okay, or same or similar. Okay, synonyms and antonyms. Okay. Okay, anyone? Okay, so synonyms and antonyms. The first tip, if you don't know the answer, okay, if you don't know the answer, okay, scan the options. Okay, if there are two options which are opposites of each other, okay, for example, options 1 and 2 are opposites of each other. Okay, if there are two options which are opposites of each other, answer would be one of them. Is it okay? Okay, if you don't know the answer, okay, you will at least come down to two options from 4 or 5 options. Is it okay? Just scan the options. If there are two options which are opposites of one another, okay, answer would be one of them. Okay. Okay, so if you don't know the answer, or if you don't know the meaning of the word in the question, okay, meaning of the question word, okay, scan the options. If there are two options which are opposites of one another, each other, the answer would be one of them. Let's look at another example. Okay, which two options are opposites of each other? Very good. Allow and prevent. Okay, allow and prevent are opposites of each other. You allow something to happen, you let it happen. You prevent something from happening, you don't let it happen. Is it okay? And forbid means something which is not allowed. Something which is forbidden is not allowed. Okay, so the antonym would be allowed. Okay, so is the tip clear to everyone? If there are two options opposite, okay, answer would be one of them. The tip is clear to everyone? Okay, great. Now, another tip here is, if you get confused between two options, suppose you get confused between options 1 and 3. Okay, if you get confused between two options, okay, suppose you get confused between options 1 and 3. Okay, the tip is, think of the opposite yourself. Okay, for example, opposite of allow would be not allowed, right? Opposite of agree would be disagree, right? And out of these two, not allowed and disagree, these are closer, so the answer would be the first one. Okay, so if you are confused between two options, suppose you are confused between first and third, think of the opposite yourself. Okay, that will help you to figure out the answer. Is it okay? Is this clear to everyone? Both the tips? Tip 1 and 2 clear to everyone? Okay. Two options opposites of each other. We are looking for antonym. Absolutely right, Khushi. Okay. Confer means give an award or discuss. It has two meanings. Okay. Clear to everyone, guys? The tip is clear to everyone? Okay. First tip, if two options are opposites of each other. Okay. Second, if you get confused between two options, think of the opposite yourself. Okay. And third tip, guys, please pay attention to directions. Okay. Please pay attention to directions, because meanings are given. Okay. And if you don't pay attention to directions, you might end up marking 1 as the answer. Is it okay? So please make sure you pay attention to directions. You have to do positive, you have to do same meaning or opposite meaning. Okay. Okay, guys, this one. Imitate means to copy, right? Imitate means to copy. Option 1, option 3, 4, and 5. 4 options here are synonyms, right? So the answer is the one which is different. Okay, the answer, yeah, it's not exactly antonym. It's not an exact antonym. Okay. Ajit, if you look at the CLAT paper this time, every passage had at least one synonym question. Okay, every passage had at least one synonym question. So you need to still work on your vocabulary. Okay, and I believe the recording of this would be available to you. Okay, we discussed right at the beginning why vocabulary is important for any paper. Okay, and if you look at all the papers which are there after +2, be it your for your BBA, be it for your hotel management, be it for law, every paper has synonyms, antonyms. Vocabulary is there, either it's there directly, okay, or it is part of reading comprehension. Okay, and even analogies, fill in the blanks, you need vocabulary. Okay, now coming to the tip in this question, if you don't know the meaning of the word, okay, if you don't know the meaning of the question word, please don't leave the question, scan the options. Okay, and if there are options, all options except one have the same meaning. Okay, all options except one have the same meaning, then in that case that except option would be the answer. Okay, the option which is different would be the answer. Let's look at this one. Okay, holy, sacred, and dutiful. Irreligious. What was the meaning of the prefix IR, guys? We did it at the beginning. What's the meaning of the prefix IR? Absolutely right, Shambhavi, not. Okay, so not religious. Okay, so the one which is, these are similar, first, second, third. Okay, so the tip is clear to everyone. If you don't know the meaning of the word in the question, sometimes you get lucky. So scan the options. If there are 3 options which mean the same, the one which is different would be the answer. Okay, clear to everyone? Okay, try this one. Which 3 options have similar meaning? Which 3 options have similar meaning? Adya, absolutely right. Answer is the 4th option. The first 3 are similar. Okay, the first 3 are similar. Adya, Pranjal, Khushi, Shambhavi, absolutely right. So the tip is clear to everyone. If you don't know the meaning of the word in the question, by chance you don't know the meaning of the word in the question, okay, don't leave the question, scan the options. Okay, and if all options except one is different, that except option would be the answer. Okay. Okay, next is contextual vocabulary. We did an example of contextual vocabulary right at the beginning of the class. Do you remember the beer question? He came bearing gifts. Do you guys remember that? He came bearing gifts, and bearing meant carrying. Okay, try this one, please. What kind of role are you playing if you are making 293 runs? Absolutely right. Adya, Pranjal, Shambhavi, Khushi, absolutely right. You are playing an important role. Okay. So the tip here is, if you don't know the meaning of the word, okay, treat the question like fill in the blanks. Okay. Treat the question like fill in the blanks. He played an important role, construction role, straight role, or dark role. The word that fits in best is important. Okay, so treat the sentence like fill in the blanks. Is the tip clear to everyone? Treat the sentence like fill in the blanks. If you don't know the meaning of the word. Clear to everyone, guys? What about the others? Clear? Okay, try this one. The word is adulteration. Guys, don't read the sentence. Can you guess the antonym? Antonym of adulteration? Adya, Shambhavi, Pranjal, absolutely right. It is purification. You would have heard of food adulteration, right? For example, people would mix water in milk, brick powder in red chili powder. Okay, so that is called food adulteration. Okay, so when you mix something else and make it impure, okay, when you make it impure, you mix something, okay, and it is not pure anymore. So there are three options which mean the same. There is one option which is opposite. Okay, so the tip here is don't read the sentence. You will read the sentence only if the options are close. Okay, okay, you will read the sentence only if the options are close. Okay, the options here are not close. And if you're not reading the sentence, you're reading practically only 5 words, right? One word is adulteration and the 4 options. Compare it to reading so many words. How much time will you save? You will solve 5 more questions in the time that you will read the sentence, right? So don't read the sentence. You will read the sentence only if the options are close. Okay. And the second thing is all the tips that you use in vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms, you can use in contextual vocabulary also. Okay. Dirt, blend, and impure. Something is added to something else to make it dirty, to make it impure, right? So all these 3, first, second, and fourth, have similar meanings, right? Okay. Okay. Shambhavi already applied that trick. Okay, great. Let's try another question. All these 3 options mean the peak. Okay, all the 3 options mean the peak. And after defeat in war, okay, the morale of the officers would be at the rock bottom. Okay, so you can use any of the 2 tricks here. You can treat the question like fill in the blanks. Okay, or you can use all options mean one. There is except one. That except one is the answer. Okay. Okay, try this one, please. Okay, guys, despite the hard work, he failed or passed the exam. F or P? Failed or passed? F or P? Pranjal, Shambhavi, absolutely right. He failed, right? Gurshin, absolutely right. Despite is the opposite flag. Okay, despite is the opposite flag. Okay, so what do you expect when you put in hard work? You normally expect to pass when you put in hard work. Okay, but because of despite, we will use failed. Okay, so despite is an opposite flag. The other opposite flags are words like but, however, okay, in spite of. We will do these words when we do fill in the blanks. Okay, we will do this trick when we do fill in the blanks. But here despite was used, and mere and smaller are opposites. So monumental actually means huge or big. Okay, monumental is used for huge or big. It has a big reputation, but the size is actually small. Okay, so the words in the sentence itself, okay, the words in the sentence itself will help you to figure it out. Okay, is this clear? Opposite flag clear to everyone? Okay, we will do opposite flags more when we do fill in the blanks. Okay. On the other hand is also an opposite flag. Pranjal, absolutely right. Minuscule means small or tiny, actually very small. Okay. Minuscule means very small. Okay. And it is the opposite of large. Okay. Is this clear to everyone? Okay. Is this clear to everyone? Opposite flags and how words in the sentence itself help you out. Okay. Treasury Secretary John Snow. How do you read this sentence? A and B. Names don't matter unless and until you are reading Rabindranath Tagore. Okay. A and B are said to be laissez-faire while is a thought reverser. Okay. While the chief, C is pro-intervention. Okay. So how do I read this sentence? A and B are laissez-faire while C is pro-intervention. Okay. Okay. So while is also a thought reverser. Okay. So laissez-faire and pro-intervention are opposites. Okay. Laissez-faire and pro-intervention are opposites. Pro means favor of intervention. Okay. Favor of intervention or interference. Okay. And here you are talking about government interference. Okay. You're talking about government interference. So laissez-faire is no governmental interference. Okay. Laissez-faire is no government interference. Okay. Or free reign, absolute control. Okay. You let them do whatever they want. Okay. So is it clear? How do you read these sentences? You don't have to read names and designations, doesn't really matter. Is it clear to everyone how to read such sentences? Yes? It's clear to everyone? What about the others? Clear? Y for yes, N for no. Okay, you can keep it simple. Y for yes, N for no. Okay, now another trick is word family. Okay, for example, all of these words mean the same. Okay, and these words mean the same. Minuscule we just did. Minuscule, scanty, sparse means less, excess, bountiful, abundant, and voluminous. Okay, so word family is basically doing synonyms and antonyms together. This is another way of improving your vocabulary. Okay, when you Google words, okay, okay, synonyms and antonyms are given along with. Okay, they're given right there. Google is very helpful that way. Okay, so word family clear to everyone? Okay. Okay, we are approaching the end. We are left with one tip. Okay, and that one tip I will give you after 3 minutes. Okay, and for the next 3 minutes, what are we doing? Just for 3 minutes, Okay. Why Bullseye? Okay. Our portal has been ranked number 1 by Alexa. Okay. And we have been in online teaching for years. You know, a good number of institutes came into online teaching after Corona, after lockdown. But we have been in online teaching for years. Okay. Okay. These are some of the students. Okay. These are some of the students, some of the results, we had. Okay. So we couldn't put all of them together. Okay. And the last 2 slides. Okay. For those of you who are interested in law. Okay. This is the URL. Okay. And this is the price. Okay. You will have live classes like this one. Okay. You will have live classes. You will also have recorded lectures. You will have 150 plus mock tests. We will give you practice material. Okay. You will have performance analysis, which is AI based, and you will have a Telegram discussion group. Okay. Telegram discussion group is like a WhatsApp group. Okay. Our WhatsApp group has hundreds of students, literally. Okay. It has hundreds of students and it has, a number of trainers also. Okay. So our trainers are there in the group. Okay. Telegram is like WhatsApp only. Okay. So our trainers are there in the group. So we help you solve doubts. Okay. So wherever you have a doubt, you can post it in the group. Okay. We will have doubt sessions also, and you will have a number of things. Okay. So this is for those who are interested in law. Okay. The course fees is approximately 50,000, but you will get it for 37,500. Okay. That's the URL. And for those of you who are interested in IPM, okay, that's the course. And instead of 40,000, you get it for 29,999. Okay. And this is the URL. Okay. 3 live lectures every week, recorded classes, online tests, and discussion group. Okay. Guys, any doubt in this? Or shall we move on to the last tip? IPM is for those who are interested in doing BBA plus MBA from IIMs. Okay, I am Indore and I am Rohtak. Okay, integrated management program. Okay, it's a 5-year program. Okay, so if you want to do BBA after, okay, this is the ID on which you can contact us. Okay, these are details of the course. Okay, these are the details for the course. Okay, and any doubt you have, you can also contact us. I'll give you a number. Okay, I'll give you a number. You can contact us on this number also. Okay, I'll give you another number. Wait. Okay, I'll give you another number. Wait. 7087004446. Okay. Okay, these are numbers you can reach us at. Okay, is it okay, guys? NPAT also you can ask. Okay, for Nasi Munji NPAT you can also ask there. Okay, or you can mail us at help@bullseye. Okay. Okay, coming to the last tip for the day. Okay, guys, tell me how many words out of these do you remember? We did all of these words. Okay, how many of these do you remember? You remember meanings of 5 words, 3 words, 7 words, 8? How many? What about the others? See, my point is we did all of these words in 2 hours, right? And in 2 hours, you have forgotten minimum 10 to 20%, right? How many of these words will you remember by tomorrow? Right? How many words will you remember till tomorrow? Probably 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So many times I prefer that instead of revising, okay, don't revise words, test yourself. Okay, don't revise, test yourself. How do you test yourself? Suppose on Monday you did 10 words. Tuesday, don't revise those words, cover the meaning, okay, and try to recall how many meanings can you remember. When you get shocked that you remember only 6 and you have forgotten 4 words, okay, you will get a little bit of a shock and that will help you remember. Okay, next time. So for Tuesday, you do 4 plus 10 words more. Okay, Wednesday, check the meanings. How many do you remember out of these 14? Okay, test yourself. How many do you remember out of these 14? Okay, and when you realize out of 14, you have forgotten 5. Okay, it will give you a little bit more shock. Okay, so Thursday, you revise, you check those, test yourself on those 15 words. Okay, so the point is to push yourself a little more. So test instead of revising. Is it okay? Test yourself instead of revising, and that will help you more. And you can begin working on your vocabulary. You can go to our site, hitbullseye.com. Okay, you can Google hitbullseye plus roots, prefix, or suffix. Okay, I would suggest you begin with prefixes. Suffixes, we did important ones today. Okay, I would suggest that you begin with prefixes, and once you're done with prefixes, move on to roots. Is it okay? And that should be able to help you out. Okay. Okay. This is me signing off, Blossom Ganesh, and hope you guys, I get to see you guys in the classes, right? Thank you guys. I hope you learned something. Okay. I hope you learned something and you enjoyed the session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Okay. See you.